Hello plant friends, Adina here from Plants Equals Happiness. My channel it's all about houseplants, common or rare, and Hoyas that are my number one passion. I always talk about Hoya, but I never used to talk about Hoya soil. So today I was thinking to do a video and show you what I use for my Hoyas, what kind of soil I use for my Hoyas. And sometimes I think you have to be very careful at your plant because they will tell you if something doesn't like. I mean, if she's not happy in soil, you can take the plant from the soil, wash their roots, and place it in leca or ceramics. Sometimes some of the Hoyas they do very well in leca or ceramics, or sometimes some of the Hoyas they do very well in soil. Depends what kind of Hoya and how fussy that Hoya is. So today I have with me my Hoya matilda. So I wanted to report. I will show you the Hoya matilda used to be in leca, and now I decided to switch it to soil. So I will show you what kind of soil I use for all my Hoyas. Before I used to use a lot of orchid bark and African violet soil, and then I started to ask around my friends, and someone in particular, which is Dominica. If you see this video, hello, how are you, Dominica? She has more experience than me. She has over 300 Hoyas in her collection. So I turned to her and I asked her, what kind of soil do you use? Because I really love the soil you use in your Hoyas. And she was telling me that she used vermiculite, she used cocoa husk and ceramics, and they will mix all together. So I start to use that kind of soil, and to be honest with you, I really like that soil. So I will show you what kind of soil, if you want to grow Hoyas, what kind of soil do you use? And if a Hoya is not happy, you have to look at your plants. Sometimes if you see like a yellow leaves, or if you see like they are wrinkly, or I don't know, something it's wrong with your plant, you can experiment. You can place it in sphagnum moss as well, because they love, you know, Hoyas, they are epiphytes, so they love their roots to be very airy. So in nature they hang on the trees, and of course they take nutrients from the rain. And if you think of the tropical forest, they don't have enough light, but they do have like an indirect light. That's why it's best for our Hoyas to have an indirect light. I'm in my greenhouse, so I will show you all the soil that I'm using for my Hoyas. So let's just start it. I have here, I have in front of me my Hoya matilda. As you can see, my Hoya matilda is in leca. Leca, it's a lightweight expanded clay aggregate. Leca, it's like a growing medium, like soil, but the soil has nutrients. Instead of leca doesn't contain nutrients, so the nutrients it is using water. So if you use leca bowls like these ones, you have to put nutrients in water. So you have water. I use rainwater all the time, or if you don't use rainwater, you have to let the tap water to rest for like 24 hours, and then you can use it. I have my rainwater, and of course I have my nutrients as well. My nutrients, they are from Flora Bloom. So if you buy this type of nutrient, they come in free packaging, as you can see. So the first one, it's Flora, original Flora Micro. The second one, it's Flora Grow, and the third, it's Flora Bloom. I will show you. I have my syringe as well. So you have the instruction on the bottles, so you can read the instructions. So you have to put the nutrients in water, and then when you mix all the nutrients in water, you have to shake the bottle very, very, very well, and they will tell you which one is the first one. And I think the first one is this one, the second one is this one, and of course the third one it's this one. So you have to shake them very, very well, and of course you have to measure how much you are going to pour in water, and then you have to measure the pH. When you buy this Flora Micro, you have to buy the pH as well, because sometimes if the pH is too low, you have to put the pH down, and you have, when it's too up, you have to, when it's too low, you have to put the pH up. So it's very straightforward, to be honest with you. It's not really that complicated. Okay, so this is leca, if you want to use leca. If you want to use soil, sometimes I use leca on all my cuttings. Let me, for you to see me. Sometimes I use leca on all my cuttings, because to be honest with you, in leca Hoyas, they get roots very, very well. And when the roots, they are quite established, then I place them in soil. So if I see that a Hoya doesn't grow, if I have a Hoya in soil and it doesn't grow whatsoever, I'm just thinking, what's wrong with my Hoya? Why it doesn't grow? So of course I check the roots. I look at the roots, and if the roots, they are weak roots, of course I place the Hoya in leca. After like 3 or 4 months, to be honest with you, the roots, they establish very, very well, and you'll have beautiful roots on your Hoya, and then you can place your Hoya in soil. So I will show you the soil that I'm using it. So this is my cocoa husk. When you buy it, comes in a bucket like that. I have my ceramics as well, and of course I have my vermiculite. So I have my cocoa husk. I will put some vermiculite. You're just eyeballing, to be honest with you. I don't have a certain measure, and you mix, and then you put your ceramics. I think the ceramics is used only for drainage purpose. So I use the ceramics in my soil. As you can see, I mixed all of them. And sometimes if you want, you can use orchid bark as well. It's up to you. But I think these 3 ingredients, they are enough. And I place some leca balls as well. So okay, I have my Hoya. Okay, I just remove this Hoya. I will show you the roots, which they are okay. They are not really that bad. They are okay roots. Yeah. And in the same pot, I place my soil. I hope you can see. And I place my Hoya. And I have few of the cuttings as well, so I want to place this one's. Oh my god, it's already rooting, as you can see. It already has roots, and I'm really happy. Hoya Matilda, it's very easy to root, very, very easy. Okay, and I want to pot them up all together, so I will place more soil. I will put more soil. Then I will place the cuttings, because I want to have a full grown Hoya. I'll put more soil. I love Hoya Matilda. I absolutely adore this Hoya. It's a very easy Hoya to grow. It's not really a fussy Hoya. As you can see, the roots on this Hoya, they are beautiful roots. And let's just place one by one. Okay, then I fill it with soil. So after 2 years of growing Hoya, I realized that if a Hoya doesn't grow, I used to just take that Hoya from the soil, look at the roots, and sometimes I find roots that they are rotten because first of all, I think I overwatered that Hoya, and if I see the roots they are rotten, of course I cut all those roots. That's why I love this Hoya, because it's a very, very easy Hoya to grow. It's a very easy Hoya to grow, and it grows absolutely beautifully. It doesn't really need that much, just soil, sorry, and of course nutrients as well. And I will show you what kind of fertilizer I use for this Hoya to grow beautifully and of course healthy as well. I love, love, love this Hoya. I have so many Hoya Matildas and I cannot get enough of this Hoya. Love, love, love this Hoya. How easy this Hoya is to grow. After you're happy and this Hoya has a peduncle as well, and I find this Hoya Matilda very easy bloomer as well. As you can see, it has already a trellis. So after you're happy with the soil and the way this Hoya is placed, of course I water this Hoya, and I use rainwater, and I use my Alaska fish fertilizer. You shake and you just a little bit of fish fertilizer, not that much. Always you have to shake the bottle all the time. and just water. Not that much. That's it, it's enough. So I repot this Hoya matilda. Look how beautiful it is, and it's growing, and I'm really happy. And when you are happy, of course, you place it in a decorative pot. I think I'm gonna use the lecas on the bottom of the pot, because this pot, it's, yeah. So look how beautiful it is. So this Hoya, it's ready to grow, and of course to flower, and of course to trail for me. So this is the soil that I'm using for my Hoyas, and of course this is the fish fertilizer that I'm using it, and it's, to be honest with you, I can see progress. I can see my Hoyas growing. I can see my Hoyas growing very, very well. Something else that you can use, if you do not want to use the soil, I use this cocoa husk. I find Hoyas, they love cocoa husk, and they love the roots to attach from this cocoa husk. And if you don't want to use soil, cocoa husk is the best solution for your Hoyas. So what else should I say? So this is the soil that I'm using, and I find this soil absolutely very, very good for your Hoyas, and especially for their roots as well, and for their health, especially for their health. My Hoyas are growing and are thriving, and I can't wait. I will show you my Hoya Shirley, which is absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Of course, I have my, as you can see, I have my tomatoes, which are growing, because at the moment here in UK it's very, very cold, especially during of the night, and during of the day it's just a beautiful, beautiful day, but during of the night it's 0 degrees, sometimes -1. So I have my radiator during of the night as well, because without my radiator I don't think so these Hoyas they survive, because they are tropical plants, as you know, so they need a lot of heat. And they are growing, they are thriving, and I'm really, really happy, and I will show you a few of them. So I will show you a few of them. It's a beautiful, beautiful day, as you can see. I will show you my Hoya Sunrise, which is growing, and as you can see, my Hoya Sunrise is in leca, and this is my Hoya Wymania Splash, and I place it in leca because I want to see beautiful roots as well. I have my Hoya Imbricata, as you can see. It's more like in a terrarium, a glass jar. I have my Hoya Graffiti Eye, which is growing, and I'm really, really happy. I have my Hoya Laureline, and I will show you the new growth. I hope you can see the new growth. The new growth is so cute. I have my Hoya Amoena, and look at my Hoya Amoena, gave me a new leaf. I am absolutely love it. This is my Hoya Lean, and I will show you the new growth. I hope you can see the new growth. It's absolutely beautiful. It's very pubescent. They have very pubescent leaves. I wasn't really happy with my Hoya pubicalex white dragon, so I placed this Hoya in leca, because I didn't see any growth, so I placed it in leca to see what is going to happen. My diversifolia, as you can see, it's growing. It's growing and growing and growing. You can see the tendrils. And of course my parasitica, look at this parasitica, how cute it is, and it's growing so beautifully and give me new leaves and new leaves. And my parasitica is in soil, so I'm really happy. My Cactus is growing and I'm really happy with this Hoya. As you can see the new growth, really happy. And you can see the new growth, and you can see that is in leca, and I will show you the roots. They're absolutely beautiful roots. So that's it really. This is what I wanted to talk about today, about soil, about what kind of soil Hoya they are thriving. And I wanted to show you how beautiful my Hoyas are. And of course you can see this Hoya sunrise. It wasn't really very happy, so what I did, I cut all the roots, and of course I'm gonna start to root again, because I didn't like, you can see the leaves, they are quite flimsy and a little bit of wrinkle. So all you have to do, just read your plants, because your plants, they will always tell you if something they are not happy with it. What else I wanted to show you? Oh yes, I want to report my monkey cactus as well, because unfortunately I overwatered this monkey cactus and it rotten, so I saved it, and I was really happy that I saved it. I just cut all my, you can see all my monkey cactus, I cut it, so now you can see, I hope you can see, I leave it for a week, so now it's ready to pot it up. I have my I forgot, I don't know if it's Isaac coat or something like that. I love this cacti as well. And of course my variegated, I forgot the name, I don't know if it's a crassula, but I love this variegated crassula. And I wanted to show you the arrangement that I made. If you didn't see that arrangement, you can click on my videos and to see my cactus arrangement. And what I wanted to show you, this Haworthia Zabrina, look, is flowering, and it's really happy. And this arrangement is thriving, and I'm really happy. I'm really happy about this arrangement. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching my YouTube channel, Adina Kikero Plants Equals Happiness. In this channel I talk about houseplants, common or rare, Hoyas, that are my #1 passion, cactus and succulents. And I hope they will grow, and fingers crossed they will flower for me. I have my Hoya Bella, which soon is going to flower for me, and I was really happy. I will show you quickly the buds. I hope you can see, yeah. And it is going to open up maybe next week, and I will show you the flowers as well. As you can see, just a small cutting of my Hoya Bella, but it's thriving, and I'm really happy, very happy that this Hoya is thriving. Of course I cut it from my mother plant. So see you in my next video. Have a lovely day. Bye.